Question number 44 on the reading portion of College Boards Test 5. As used in line 24, basic most nearly means. So, remember with the vocab questions, identify the word in the passage, read around the word for context, use the context surrounding the word to define that word. Come up with your own phrases for it, associations, synonyms in your own head that make sense if we were to replace that word. And only then do we take a look at the answer choices A, B, C, D and plug in those answer choices in the sentence in order to see which one maintains the original meaning of the original word in the sentence. So let's take a look, 24 basic. So let's read for context, let's read up here in line 20. It had long been thought that the adult brain was incapable of spawning new neurons, that while learning caused synapses to rearrange themselves and new links between brain cells to form, the brain's basic anatomical structure was more or less static. So it's saying it had long been thought that the adult brain was incapable of spawning new neurons. So then we talk about while there are some things that did change, like new memories can form and so on, the brain's basic structure was static. The basic, like the general structure, the scaffolding of the brain, right? The physical base nature of it was more or less the same. So the brain's basic anatomical structure, the brain's initial anatomical, so initial means first. I don't see how basic in this case means first in the context of it. Again, all these answer choices for 44 are synonyms of basic, but that's not what we're driving at here with this meaning here. We don't mean the brain's basic mean the first. We mean it to be the general underlying, fundamentals. The brain's initial doesn't make any sense, not the first. We're not talking about the first. While learning caused synapses to rearrange themselves, the brain's simple. Simple means that something is not developed. And just because something is simple does not mean it's basic. When we say the basic structure of the house or the basic structure of our company, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's simple or that it's not evolved or not, developed. What about C, necessary? The brain's necessary anatomical. Again, necessary means that it's vital, that it's crucial to something. And we're not talking about, the basic needs of humans or food and water. We're not saying that. We're saying the brain's the first understanding of it, the broad spectrum, it was static. We're not saying that the necessary anatomical structure, or the thing that's vital or crucial to something surviving. But now we go to D. I really like D, fundamental, because the brain's fundamental anatomical structure, its basic fundamental structure. Again, notice I use those words interchangeably. We're just talking about a basic understanding of it, the broad picture, fundamentally, the most basic understandable layer, the first step in something, on average, that's what fundamental in this case means. So when we talk about the brain's basic anatomical structure, we're talking about just its fundamental first layer. Nothing more about that and nothing less, just a straight up understanding of what it means when we say, the basic structure in general, on average, fundamental. The answer number 44 is going to be D.